You're watching Machindo's hometown station, HTV1.
Hello everybody, Brett Boyd from the Market House. Don't miss our new expanded summer hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And don't miss two fantastic deals on ground chuck at just $3.99 a pound or Dutch Farms butter at just $2.99. Just two great deals and two more reasons to come see us at the Market House. Open 8 to 8, 7 days a week. We'll see you there.
Tired of having everyone know you're coming before you arrive because of your exhaust? If so, then it's time to call the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. RS Custom Exhaust has all the tools and parts to make your vehicle quiet again. And for you sports car enthusiasts, if you're looking for the roar to be the king of the roads, RS Custom Exhaust can help you too. With free estimates and first-class service, RS Custom Exhaust has your vehicle covered. So stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
From Machindo's news leader, this is HTV1 News at noon.
Well, events are being rescheduled, plans are being changed, and Governor of Michigan has won a legal battle, all as the curve continues to flatten. Well, good afternoon, Machindo. I'm Scott Pienta. Now, the latest numbers for yesterday's afternoon show Branch County with 99 cases and 2 deaths. Hillsdale County reports 168 cases and 24 deaths. Lenawee County has 141 confirmed cases, 97 recovering, and 3 deaths. They also report 32 probable cases, 21 recovering, and no deaths in that probable category. Steuben County shows 73 cases and 2 deaths. Angola Mayor Richard Hickman says that he's asking all people to wear masks whether they want to or not, and continue social distancing, especially over Memorial Day weekend and the associated public events. Now, he says that the community needs to work together to slow the virus and increase the economy, while he also honoring our veterans. Mayor Hickman also took the opportunity yesterday to thank Cardinal Glass for donating the blue and red colored glass for the Memorial Day lighting on the mound. Williams County has held steady at 33 confirmed cases, 14 probable cases, and 1 death. And Fulton County is also unchanged at 34 confirmed cases, 1 probable case, and still no deaths. The city of Bryan has decided to keep both of the pools, Moore and East End, closed this summer. Now, in a press release, Parks and Rec Director Benjamin Dominique says it wasn't an easy decision, and it came after weeks of deliberation. But even as the pandemic and the indications about guidelines from the state of Ohio keeping the pools closed is in everyone's best interest. Public pools will be allowed to reopen in Ohio on May 26, but the social distancing and sanitation requirements would have made operations too cumbersome for Bryan's pools. Dominique says that the city apologizes for the inconvenience and they should look forward to everyone seeing in the Forbeal next year. Now, the Pittsford Memorial Day Parade has been the latest on the chopping block and has been canceled, but the Hillsdale Daily News says one tradition will continue: the naming of the outstanding citizen. Organizer Gene Luther says that they're not, says that they're not going to disclose when the announcement will take place because they don't want crowds attending in violation of social distancing rules. But a select group will be present to see the winner receive a plaque and acknowledged for their contributions to this community. The award and recognition will then be published in the newspaper. Luther says that it's been quite some time since the parade didn't take place, the annual event that has begun in the 1970s. She says that the committee was going to wait to decide to cancel, but at this point, if they were to move forward, it would have been too late to get it organized. They hope to continue the event next year. The Village of Pioneer is changing things up for their Memorial Day parade. Mayor Ed Kidston says that he cannot legally allow people to congregate along the street, but the plan is now this. At 10:15 Monday morning, the public is welcome to the Library Corner where the participants will be given an American flag, which will be theirs to keep and take home. Everyone will line up with their flags, and participants can bring their bikes if they like. At 10:30, they'll start what the Kidston calls a patriotic walk, singing patriotic songs and stopping once for the national anthem. The route will run on State Street from Bawbees to Lynn Streets, and Kidston estimates it's about a 10-minute walk. The American Legion donated the flags, which Kidston says were bought several years ago and are perfectly safe and free from the coronavirus infection. Kidston says that he hopes to see everyone in the community come out and participate. Hilltop High School has announced their plans for a drive-in graduation ceremony. The Bryan Times says that while this will take place on May 31st at 2 p.m. in the high school parking lot. The parking will be pre-assigned, and the ceremony will be broadcast via radio as well as streamed on Facebook and YouTube. Seniors will be driven to the north side of the stage for recognition, and professional pictures will be taken. Now, they'll be picked up on the south side of the stage, and their vehicles will be returned to their assigned parking space. After the ceremony, a tribute caravan will be led by a West Unity Police and firefighters from the Alverton, Mill Creek Township, and Brady Township Fire Departments. Now, that will take place on main routes throughout Alverton and West Unity. Well, this is a big one for you country fans. The Faster Horses Festival has been postponed. Organizers of the annual country music event announced yesterday that the entire 2020 festival, including a full lineup of performance, will now take place from July 16th through the 18th of July 2021. For those who already bought passes, they can hold on to them and they'll be valid next year, or they can be returned for a refund. If you do need a refund, the festival will be taking those requests for the next 30 days. On a post on the event's Twitter page, they say that they promised that this year's lineup, and they will deliver it next year along with the party of the summer. Now, that lineup includes some of the biggest names in country music, such as Luke Combs, Thomas Rhett, Jason Aldean, Kelsey Ballerini, John Party, and the Tracy Lawrence, just to name some of them. It was a split decision, but ultimately a win for Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer in the Court of Claims. The lawsuit brought on by the state House and Senate leadership, all Republicans against the Democratic governor, claimed that she had illegally extended the state of emergency declaration after the legislature voted to end it. According to MLive, Judge Cynthia Stevens ruled that the previous extension that was cited in 1976 Emergency Powers Law was illegal, and that the law requires the legislature's approval beyond 28 days. But the current extension, with Governor Whitmer issued under the state's 1945 Emergency Powers Law, is legal, and that the Republicans' argument that it only allowed local emergencies to be declared was, quote, meritless. Whitmer's lawyers had argued that the legislature lacked standing to bring the lawsuit altogether, but Judge Stevens said that they did have that standing. Gideon D'Alessandro, a spokesperson for the House Speaker, Lee Chatfield, says that the Speaker is currently reviewing the rule, but that he, quote, expects to continue standing up for the rule of law. Now, that echoes a sentiment of the spokesperson also shared, claiming that while the ruling keeps the emergency orders in place, the legislature believes that the Court of Claims agreed with their accusation that Whitmer broke the law by declaring a state of emergency without their consent. Again, that was only true of one emergency declaration, which is no longer in effect. Senate Majority Leader Mike Shirkey says that the legislature is confident in their position and they intend to appeal the ruling to the state Supreme Court. As for the two different laws in question, Judge Stevens said that there is no conflict between them, pointing out that the 1976 law explicitly states that it does not override the 1945 law. The judge says both laws allow the governor to declare a state of emergency, but the 1976 Emergency Management Act gives the governor more sophisticated tools to use in that emergency. Meanwhile, Governor Whitmer is moving forward as the state approves Phase 4 of recovery. Whitmer announced yesterday that the auto dealerships and retail stores are now allowed to open by appointment statewide. Gatherings of 10 people or less are also now allowed statewide as long as social distancing is observed. Non-essential medical, dental, and veterinary procedures will be allowed to continue next Friday, May 29th. Whitmer says the data shows that the state is ready for this move, but we must stay vigilant and ensure that we're doing everything we can do to protect each other and prevent further spread of COVID-19. Those who are medically able to wear face mask coverings are still required to do so in enclosed public spaces, and everyone who can stay at home is still encouraged to do so. The governor also stated that it may be necessary to extend the current stay-at-home order for a brief amount of time beyond its scheduled expiration on May 28th, but an announcement about that is expected at a later date. Well, still to come, marijuana regulations in Michigan are giving more communities discounts on business licenses, and several of them are right here in Branch County. Plus, a medically ill man has been charged with numerous crimes after assaulting hospital staff and police officers in Hillsdale. Now, HD1 News at noon. We'll be right back after this.
There's a reason that professionals shop at Jonesville Lumber. They expect quality, service, and knowledge. And that's exactly what they receive. For nearly 100 years, Jonesville Lumber has been family-owned. We take pride in serving our area with great products at competitive prices. We have dedicated project estimators in-house that will help figure the materials needed to complete your next task at hand. Whether you're building your dream home, adding a pole barn, building a deck, updating your kitchen, or painting your front door, let Jonesville Lumber help you with your next project.
Authentic Mexican food is just a short drive away at El Cerrito in Coldwater and Hillsdale. The variety-packed menu has something for everyone, with classic Mexican dishes, El Cerrito specialties, and tasty treats for dessert. Don't forget the best margaritas in town with margarita specials Friday and Saturday. And carry-out ordering is great for work lunches or picking up dinner for the family. Make your next meal a fiesta for your taste buds at El Cerrito on Chicago Street in downtown Coldwater and Carlton Road in Hillsdale.
The Saucy Dogs is the name and barbecue is the game. Come on down for a good time and some great food. At Saucy Dogs, try our barbecue nachos or our tasty ribs. We'll have you howling for more. Saucy Dogs, downtown Jonesville.
Does your vehicle sound like a tractor putting down the road? Then you need to see the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. They will give you a free estimate along with first-class customer service. They custom make any exhaust needed for your vehicle. Stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
Hello everybody, Brett Boyd from the Market House. Don't miss our new expanded summer hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And don't miss two fantastic deals on ground chuck at just $3.99 a pound or Dutch Farms butter at just $2.99. Just two great deals and two more reasons to come see us at the Market House. Open 8 to 8, 7 days a week. We'll see you there.
Well, a quick note from the Lenawee County Solid Waste Department. WLEN says that the county recycling center is currently closed because all of the containers are full. They plan to reopen as soon as the transporter arrives to replace those containers. Now, they apologize for any inconvenience. Well, two pickup trucks and a motorcycle were involved in a crash last week that left an Edison man critically injured, but now in stable condition. It happened around 11:30 last Friday night. The Adrian Daily Telegram reports that 70-year-old Floyd McLean was riding his motorcycle southbound on Gilbert Highway north of Warner Road in Rome Township. McLean came across two pickup trucks on the side of the road, partially blocking his path. One truck was disabled and the other was attempting to help restart it. McLean tried to avoid the trucks but lost control of his bike, crashing into his front right corner of the assisting vehicle. He was airlifted to U of M Hospital. McLean was not wearing a helmet at the time, but authorities do not believe alcohol was a factor. Now, that crash remains under investigation. Well, numerous charges are being filed against a Hillsdale man who allegedly assaulted staff and police at Hillsdale Hospital. The Daily News says 32-year-old Reuben Dendy was arrested Tuesday and arraigned on Wednesday. County Prosecutor Neil Brady told Dendy is, quote, severely mentally ill, profane, violent, aggressive, threatening, and physically capable of carrying out threats. Brady says it all makes Dendy unequally dangerous, and police have handled him accordingly on a regular basis. In September of last year, Dendy was arrested for burglary at the Outlaw Ink tattoo parlor, and he was determined incompetent to stand trial. in November, but he remained in jail. On December 19th, he fought with officers and jail staff, resulting in 4 counts of resisting arrest. Now, he also fought and spat at 2 deputies on the sheriff's office on December 24th and was charged with more counts of resisting arrest. Now, in February, Dendy was reevaluated and found incompetent to stand trial on the burglary charges. Competent, I'm sorry, my teleprompter was off there. Competent to stand trial on the burglary charges. He pleaded guilty on March 19th, taking a plea bargain. But on April 2nd, Brady says that Dendy was climbing out on the bars of the jail cell and trying to grab nearby deputies, fighting with 2 officers, and was eventually tased. Dendy was injured in that incident and was taken out of jail for medical treatment. Now, that led him to being free on bond, but there was some subsequent mental health pickup order issued for him on April 16th, and he was taken to Hillsdale Hospital. Now, while in the emergency room, he threatened to kill multiple staff members and their families, physically assaulting them, told them he was tested positive for COVID-19, and coughed and spat at them. Due to COVID-19 restrictions, he could not be arrested or jailed at that time. On May 11th, he was sentenced to 5 years probation for the burglary charge, with 6 months in jail and credit for 778 days already served. Dendy was free on bond, but had to meet with his probation officer, but he also had outstanding warrants for the incidents at the hospital. So he was arrested yet again on May 18th. His probation officer visited his adult foster care home and talked over the terms of his probation, but after she left, Dendy allegedly told the home staff he planned to kill her, and they called the police. Dendy again fought the arresting officers, and they found methamphetamine on his person. He was arrested and charged for his outstanding warrant, as well as 7 counts of resisting arrest, 1 count false report of a terrorism, and 1 count of meth possession. Now, he is scheduled to appear for preliminary hearings within the next 3 weeks. Prosecutor Brady says police encounters with Dendy have now ended, with him being tased and restricted at least 3 occasions. Michigan's marijuana regulatory agency has increased the number of communities eligible for their social equality program, and the Daily Reporter says that it adds a number of Branch County communities to that list. Coldwater already qualified, but now Bronson, Butler Township, Galede Township, Quincy, Sherwood Township, and Union City all qualified as well. People who have lived in these communities for at least 5 of the last 10 years can now obtain up to a 60% discounts for marijuana business license applications, license fees, and future renewals. Now, if you have any felony conviction for a marijuana-related crime, now that discount increases to 75%. Now, it's meant to encourage participation in the marijuana industry by people in communities that were disproportionately affected by marijuana prohibition. Now, the MRA will be holding workshops in these communities to explain the details as soon as the state reopens. Well, we'll be right back to finish things up for this week after the break, so stick around.
El Cerrito's variety-packed menu has something for everyone. With generous servings and lots of flavor, you'll think of it as a fiesta for your taste buds. Dine in or carry out at El Cerrito on Chicago Street in downtown Coldwater and Carlton Road in Hillsdale.
There's a reason that professionals shop at Jonesville Lumber. They expect quality, service, and knowledge. And that's exactly what they receive. For nearly 100 years, Jonesville Lumber has been family-owned. We take pride in serving our area with great products at competitive prices. We have dedicated project estimators in-house that will help figure the materials needed to complete your next task at hand. Whether you're building your dream home, adding a pole barn, building a deck, updating your kitchen, or painting your front door, let Jonesville Lumber help you with your next project.
The Saucy Dogs is the name and barbecue is the game. Come on down for a good time and some great food. At Saucy Dogs, try our barbecue nachos or our tasty ribs. We'll have you howling for more. Saucy Dogs, downtown Jonesville.
Well, those are today's top stories. We'll see you right back here Monday for HTV1 News at noon. Don't forget our show at 3:30. So this is news. Got some pretty doozies on there for today. Don't forget you can find more news in our live stream 24/7 at htv1.net for all of us here at HTV1. I'm Scott Pienta. I'm planning on doing some barbecuing tomorrow, and enjoy the rest of your weekend, and have a great afternoon, everyone.
Tired of having everyone know you're coming before you arrive because of your exhaust? If so, then it's time to call the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. RS Custom Exhaust has all the tools and parts to make your vehicle quiet again. And for you sports car enthusiasts, if you're looking for the roar to be the king of the roads, RS Custom Exhaust can help you too. With free estimates and first-class service, RS Custom Exhaust has your vehicle covered. So stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
Hello everybody, Brett Boyd from the Market House. Don't miss our new expanded summer hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And don't miss two fantastic deals on ground chuck at just $3.99 a pound or Dutch Farms butter at just $2.99. Just two great deals and two more reasons to come see us at the Market House. Open 8 to 8, 7 days a week. We'll see you there.